on victory, straight out the huddle. I met the plug, introduced to my brother. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over. Call the promoters. I just put up in this thing with my soldiers. I blew it and I'm still. Last minute I'ma need me some. Call up Khalifa. Brand new nigga. You know I stay with some bad little baby. TGOD baby, no that's a gang.
It's the NFL on EA Sports. All eyes are on Cooper Kupp.
Dustin Hopkins about set to get us started, and off we go from SoFi Stadium. Taken in at the 3. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by last year's Super Bowl champion QB in his 14th NFL season now out of Georgia, Matthew Stafford. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
There's a little bit of lightning talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. DeAndre Carter back deep. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020, the man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
Anytime anyone throws for over 300 yards in a game, you know their name is going to be considered for Offensive Player of the Week. And in the AFC last week, our guy got it.
Yeah, he was the guy on top of his game. He'll try to duplicate that here in this one. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 25 yards that time.
Now, how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 21 carries, 78 yards, and a touchdown.
Definitely productive, including scoring his 14th touchdown of the season last week. It's going to be fun to watch the matchup now because he has a nose for the end zone. So if you're a defender, what's your job? Keep him out.
They'll get it inside the 20. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A big play that time on the catch and run. 36 yards. So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Eckler, touchdown, Chargers. So that a great sequence for these guys to begin the ball game. They force the punt on one end, then come right down the field and score on the other.
And that's a great example of leaning on each other and building a little momentum that way. How about the defense forcing the punt, turns it over to the offense with confidence, and they take it downfield and score.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. And partner, let me make a quick pivot here. Season winding down. They're number 32 in offense this year. The last in the league. Where did they go?
Anywhere and everywhere. But they have to do it with a plan. And I think about it.
And this throw will be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Oh, just begging to be picked off, wasn't if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. It's Eckler again. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
2nd down and goal. Herbert. Touchdown! Austin Eckler. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Chargers lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ballgame. Well, we know he has decent hands out of the backfield. That's the first time, Charles, they've targeted him in the passing game, and it pays dividends.
And I love the design, too, because they kept him in the backfield, made the defense think run first before they swung him out of there. And you're right, with his hands, they might want to throw it to him just a little bit more.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. I'm in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. But it's Tyler Higbee. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Going up top for Kupp. And he's got it inside the 10. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 39 yards there, a big one. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Back to throw, Stafford. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. They stopped short, down at the 1. Had the great move, but couldn't get it all the way home. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Akers looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line. They tried to break that plane, but couldn't get there, and that's going to leave them now at 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal, option right. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We're soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh, yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Darrell Henderson with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Rams' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Oh, this is blocked. Now the Chargers have it, but he will not be able to bring this one back in the extra extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I know it's easy to kind of shrug off a blocked extra point, but this game is shaping up to be a tight one. The second half, this could prove crucial.
Yeah, we might look back on this one. We'll have to wait and see. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. L.A. readies for its next possession. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there's never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
To throw again on second down. Herbert out left, he's got it to Everett. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Off the option, here's Akers. Third down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Here comes Carter. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and they will take over 1st and 10. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field, and we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, and some guys, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. The Chargers at 8-7, a game over 500 on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Holding offense.
So they were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually got to pick up a holding call.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
A nice chunk play from the tight end position, and it illustrates the cohesiveness that he and his quarterback had. Both saw the extra defender doubling him up, and they still combined for the completion and big gain.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Flushed out right. And that's into the hands of Eckler. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 38-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Up the middle with Eckler. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now it's Herbert. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh one, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The first down screen pass, good for 5. Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. Justin Herbert looking to pass, eluding the pressure right. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So 3rd down, and defensively the Rams have added 2 extra DBs. Back to throw here, Herbert. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And the Chargers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice...
He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, as the first half is winding down. And the Chargers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And in the end, it was Mike Williams who capped the drive with a touchdown reception. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've come upon halftime here. Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the 3rd quarter. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this 3rd quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well. And most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And that's going to be good for a Chargers first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. Here's Herbert. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Rolling to his left, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Aaron Donald in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. pressure gets to him again. Leonard Floyd able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Here's J.K. Scott now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
They'll begin on the ground with Akers.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Pressure comes and down he goes.
Jerry Tillery running in there and setting him down. A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. We can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
3rd and long. It's Stafford. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you can attempt to play the field position game.
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. And got his man complete.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
And he'll take this one down near the 15. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
Well, they've certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
Herbert on 3rd down now.
He'll drop this one off to Eckler.
And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. It'll go as nearly a loss of 10 on 1st and goal, so a disaster there. It goes as a 9-yard loss on the sack. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night.
Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Whipping one into Allen. That's complete. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now 3rd and goal. Turn to a power game to try to get in. And he's in for a Charger touchdown.
Xander Horvath.
His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Chargers are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. I've heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because Up 2 scores already. Just wanted to possess the football. Keep converting and picking up first downs. And if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. As the Rams offense comes back out, here is the NFC playoff picture coming into the weekend. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Yeah, you're impressed, aren't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadruple. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Eckler now between the tackles. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Allen's got it over the middle. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Well, clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be...
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. And now they're in the hurry-up. 3rd and long, it's Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 17-yard line. Herbert operating from the red zone. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Herbert jet sweep as he taps it forward. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Looking Austin Eckler's way again. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Hopkins' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Following the made field goal for 3, Hopkins now to kick it off. Fields it right around the goal line. And they'll be backed up a bit to start as he's out of bounds at the 16. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that's caught inside the 35. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Pretty good timing. He waited just enough for that post play to develop and laid it right in there.
And you know what a lot of teams do when they decide to throw a post route? Because it's a little bit longer developing play. They max protect. Bring everyone in, keep the tight end in, an extra back to make sure the quarterback has time to deliver the football.
Throwing first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Stafford now to throw. Touchdown, Rams. Cooper Kupp. Four-yard touchdown. And the Rams get a bit closer. This time, the extra point up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to 18.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
And they'll accept that penalty. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. Oh, did the Rams get it? Yes! L.A. football. So the onside kick is recovered. And, you know, I always thought, Charles, as someone who didn't play these positions, that going over the middle as a receiver or trying to recover an onside kick, those are two very tough things to do.
It takes a lot of fortitude to put yourself in that position, but you have to do it in order to help your team win.
Unable to recover it, it costs him. The kicking team gets the football here. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, Stafford. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Now they got to get to the line quickly. On first down at Stafford. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Allen Robinson. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, the toe to the line.
On the give, this is Eckler. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Once more, here's Eckler. Room here to run. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. On 2nd down, Eckler. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? And give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
So it's a win here for the LA Chargers, and it was thanks to the fine play of their quarterback, CD, Justin Herbert.
Yeah, I thought this defense just didn't have an answer for him all game long. They tried to change things up, but